Well, the past 24 hours has been quite a trial, to be honest, entirely of my own making. Whichever way you look at it, it didn't have to be a trial, but I created one. We had just improved Gareth's brakes. Somebody had left the old 22mm diameter wheel cylinders on this from when it was a servoed car. Gareth has deleted the brake servo on it, and therefore it needs to go to 1 inch. So I was very pleased with that. At 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, I took it out up the road. It was lovely. Popped in a handbrake turn at the down the bottom here, just to see how that felt, and there was a load of knocking. Well, the only thing I could ascribe it to was that somehow I'd broken the crankshaft. I could find no other reason for that horrible knocking. And so this morning at 8 o'clock, the engine came out. By 10 o'clock it was on the bench and could find absolutely nothing wrong, except that during the disassembly I noticed that this bolt here, which is the alternator tie bar bolt, sorry it's a bit dark, was missing. And so therefore my guess is that the alternator tie bar here was rattling against the cylinder head, and yet it sounded as though it was deep engine problems. So 2 o'clock this afternoon and the engine was back in and running. So 8 o'clock till 2 o'clock. That's not bad actually, that's a record for me. I've never done an engine in and out in that time frame before. Yeah, I was quite pleased with that. So Gareth's car is ready for the Cheshire. The first HRCR round on Saturday, so I'll be heading up there on Friday with Gareth's car. And so that's one car started, there we go. Next car, here's Hal's car that we're going to endeavour to mobilise the engine of. So that'll be tomorrow's work. I'm not sure when it was last known to have started, but rather a long time ago, I suspect. We've got 11.5 bar on every piston, so the compressions are looking really healthy. And the rest of it's a complete unknown, like the new carburetors here. So we'll have to go in and check the needle before we start anything there. And we'll take it from there. And then, here you go. That's not a Volvo, is it? No, it's not a Volvo. So this is Chris's V8 Rover. Is that a P5? Is it a P5, I think? And that hasn't started for a few years. So we've just started it on the jury fuel tank there, whilst watching what happens here, which is absolutely nothing from the fuel pump. The mechanical fuel pump is delivering nothing here. So either his fuel tank is empty, which I suspect is the case, or his fuel pump's a bit dodgy. So he's just gone off to fetch some fuel. But it fired up beautifully on our jury rigged can there, fuel can there, to the usual contented V8 burble. And Roger Ray's car, so Roger's car there. Let's just come over here. There it is. There's the block, all ready for me to build up. That'll be presumably Monday's task when I get back from Cheshire. We're still just waiting for the head to come back. Scholar are still working the head in its conversion to twin spring. Well, look, there you go. My main point, though, was that I've been in Egypt. So I've lost 6 hours. I suppose the only cost was 6 hours work, the oil filter and engine oil. But to be honest, in a way, I was probably just going to concentrate on this car today anyway. So that nice little free of charge inspection of the engine insulation. But I did find a few nuts and bolts and things that needed just nipping down. So it was no bad idea at all to have taken it out. I just could have done without having done so. There we go. Talk to you soon.